What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is October 2nd, and we have interesting developments for the price of Bitcoin, as you probably have seen. There is some volatility taking place right now. The price is coming back down to our breakout zone, but we did see a breakout yesterday of the downward sloping resistance. Sentiment across the market has been quite funny. Yesterday, everyone's super bullish. Now today, people are getting bearish again. And this is really nothing new. I mean, we are still at the same prices that we were at in March of this year. Nothing has really changed. We just have a little bit of a structure change for Bitcoin, and there are a lot of possibilities that could take place. The market is still directionless, right? There is no clear trend. We are still going sideways, which means that it is much more difficult to pinpoint what is going to take place, right? A trending market, it's pretty easy to know what to expect. Right now, it's a little bit more difficult. It's still a gray area. And also today, CryptoWatch has ceased operations. CryptoWatch is no longer available to use, which is a sad day. I've been with them for years, so it's unfortunate. But the CryptoWatch team, the best of the team, is now moving over to Kraken Pro, and that is the new sponsor of this channel. Guys, sign up for Kraken Pro. If you have not done so already, that is what I'm using on the screen right now. Looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart, we have a break of this resistance. Bitcoin has now gotten a higher high, the first higher high in quite some time. Highest prices since that high in August. Our breakout took place, and now we are pulling back, retesting our breakout zone. The bulls are going to want to see the price remain above that 27,200 level. That's where we're going to want to see the next rally. If we do fail to hold 27,200, that could end up being a false breakout. So now is the real test as I'm making this video. The reason why we've seen so much downside in the past, few months here was because the S&P 500 had also been coming down, and this drove a lot of bearish speculation. This was not coming as a surprise at all. When we were sitting up here in August at the top, when everyone was super bullish on the stock market, I made a video about being skeptical that because everyone's bullish, I got skeptical because we were so close to the previous high. We had pretty much retraced through the whole bear run, and it was likely that we were going to come down to 4,200. And so I'm going to play a clip real quick about what we talked about at the beginning of August. Bitcoin and the S&P may be playing out some sort of downtrend, medium-term downtrend with some sideways action. I think leading into 2024, things are going to get very bullish again. It's just about the sort of medium term that I'm a little bit unsure about. I remember people got super bullish on the stock market up here. Remember, we were coming up and everyone said it's a bull market again. And then I released that video about my previous prediction saying that, this is making me very skeptical. Everyone's bullish again. And then what we saw was the S&P break the RSI uptrend line the next week. It's always good to be skeptical of the crowd. When everyone says we're back, that's the time to be a little bit cautious. We are starting to see a little bit of signals that we may see some downside in the overall markets, Bitcoin and the stock market. But I do think that we are going to catch some support at these lower levels, the 382 around 4,200. And for Bitcoin, that support range would likely line up somewhere around 23,800 before finding support. So that was the clip, and we have seen a bounce off of 4,240, right around that target zone we had. So it's likely at this point that we see some sort of rebound for the S&P after coming back to this area of interest, that previous breakout zone right here. So now we've found support right above that zone. So I would say a bounce here is likely. This could drive some bullish speculation in the coming weeks. Bitcoin and the stock market have a correlation, and we've used it so many times on this channel to predict the price of Bitcoin, and it's worked so many times. So now we have a breakout for Bitcoin with a potential bounce looming for the S&P 500 in the coming weeks. What does this mean? Well, again, the market is currently directionless. There's not too much of a trend at all. Actually, there's no trend. We're going sideways. We actually broke our trend. Right? For a while, it was pretty easy to guess that the price action was just going to be up after every pullback. But now we've broken the trend line. That is something that damages sentiment, and that is something that can cause a lack of momentum and a lack of interest. And so what is possible here for Bitcoin? If we do see a bounce here for Bitcoin and we come up to, that 30,000 level, the level of interest for the market, and we find resistance and we create a lower high, Well, that pattern, I think all of you know, that pattern right there indicates a decrease in momentum, aka a head and shoulders, where you get a high, a slightly higher high, slightly lower high, and that is a signal of a decrease in momentum. That is a possibility right now, and that would occur if we get more bearish speculation from the stock market, right? If we come down again later after seeing our potential multi-week bounce coming up, right, then maybe we would see Bitcoin form something along these lines. But at the same time, I'm a little bit hesitant to be super bearish on Bitcoin, right? I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. We are getting close to the halving. We're getting close to the end of the year, right? And the halving next year. The end of the year is usually the most pivotal point in markets. Most markets have a significant shift in market structure and in sentiment going towards a new year or into a new year. So if Bitcoin is able to maintain these levels, right? Let's say we come up and we haven't actually hit a new low by the time 2024 comes around and we're just still going sideways. I would take the guess that we're probably going to be going up from this point, that we would just see more of a sideways consolidation, a range, before punching up into 2024 and getting much more bullish. I'm definitely leaning bullish into the new year. But we may just see a lot of continued nonsense, just wishy-washy up and down price action. As long as we don't make new lows, getting closer to the new year, I'm going to be bullish on the market. But for right now, something like this seems possible as well. Like we talked about the head and shoulders, and that's possible if the stock market drives the bearish speculation. But if the stock market remains somewhat stable, something along these lines and a new year pump is the more likely scenario for me as a market participant, a participant of this market for many, many years, right? Many, many cycles. The end of year shift is a real thing. So that's what I'm looking for. Now that we're on this here, now that we're looking at this image for Bitcoin, if we go ahead and just look at our support right here, that was our previous support from 2021. It's not really a wonder at all why we had these two tops this year so close together. I mean, that was because of our major support here. This is a huge, huge level. And so that's going to be the most important structure change for Bitcoin moving forward. The next most important change is going to be getting above this zone from 2021, major support, breaking it and confirming it as that new support level. Once we get that done, that's when it's time to get super, super bullish, guys. Right? So until then, it's still a gray area. We're in this sideways range here. But once we flip this into new support, that's when I'm going to be getting extremely, extremely confident in the market again. And that's when I would expect a trend towards new all-time highs to take place. Because once we're above this range, it's game on, guys. It's game on. At that point, all of this just turned into an accumulation zone, right? Once we get above that. So those are the things that I'm looking for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. By the way, if you are a user of FriendTech, the new app, the new crypto social token trading app, I am on FriendTech if anybody is interested. And also, I'm going to be closing the Patreon discount probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm just going to make it the final day. This is the final video where you guys have the potential to get 70% discount. Tomorrow, the discount is not going to be there. So if you want to be in the Patreon with a 70% discount for, a lifetime, right? It's a lifetime opportunity. You lock in this price now, you have that forever. Take the opportunity today, now, while it's here. It will not be here tomorrow. The prices will be going up. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.